Hi, everyone. My name is Rita Crompton, host of Invent America, and I am so grateful to have Julie on. That she was on the radio a couple of weeks ago with us. She brought me two wonderful young inventors, and I want you to hear from her what exactly her organization does. Julie, thank you so much for being with us today. Introduce yourself to our group, kind of tell them a little bit about how you got to where you are, and tell them about this wonderful organization that you head up.
And thank you very much, Rita, for the invite. I very much appreciate it. My name is Julie Shively, and I am the founder of Innovation World and the co-founder of the Global Innovation Field Trip. And I got into this business about 20 years ago. I spent about 18 years with the Ohio Invention Convention, now called the Ohio Invention League, and about a year and a half with a program called STEMI Coalition that developed the National Innovation or National Inventor program that's now residing at the Henry Ford. So I had a lot of experience in invention and student invention specifically, grades K through 12. Kind of got me interested in spreading out a little bit. And in 2020, excuse me, right before COVID really hit the United States, I had developed the Innovation World website, which is a resource for young inventors, entrepreneurs, innovators, and the educators and program leaders that support them. So I'm excited to talk about that. We have a lot of resources available on that website, anything from challenges and events to galleries of innovators that have gone through our programs, innovative speakers, podcasters, STEM curriculum, STEM program, pretty much anything an educator or an innovator might be looking to find, as well as service providers like the Invention Lady and other providers who help take those innovations to the next step for young people who might have created something really interesting but have no idea what to do with it next. So we're happy to host those programs on our site as well. Thank you very much.
So, well, it's my pleasure. And I know I had a chance to do video with both of the young ladies that will probably be posted next week that, you had introduced me to and we had on the show. And one of them does want to proceed. And her father was on the video with her. And I said, well, did you think about doing it like this? And he goes, we had just been talking about that. And so they're kind of back at, a drawing board on theirs to make it more universal. And the other young lady was delightful as well, but she goes, I learn more. I use mine more as a learning curve. I'm not sure what I want to take to market yet. So
yeah, and that's
well spoken. I enjoyed them very much.
And that's a really interesting point too. I mean, one of the reasons that we try hard to teach young people, as young as possible, the innovation process is it doesn't matter what they invent to begin with. They can invent the dog water 2000, which they all do. Have something that's out there that somebody else has already done before, but it doesn't matter. It's teaching them that process that's important because they'll use it again and again, whether it's to build inventions or whether it's just to solve problems in their life. It's a skill set once learned, it's not something you're going to forget, and it's always going to be useful. And then you're going to grow up and be somebody like you, Rita, who has all sorts of inspiring things they've done and continues to inspire people and push them forward and help them and motivate them to continue being successful.
Well, thank you. I told you, I was a judge for the Invention Convention for the fourth graders at one of the schools in Denver. So I have had some history going in and seeing the students, and it was wonderful. It was a wonderful experience to get them excited. And then they always had me bring in a couple of my senior inventors who could talk about, how they got their product into the marketplace. So it was a fun experience. Yeah. And I'm grateful for what you do with the students. And if you ever have anybody else who gets kind of teed up there and wants to be on the radio, every summer, man, we are going to do a couple of programs that deal with then the young innovator. And I know that, they get to a certain point where they're saying, all right, let's see what's next in this. So on my website, I've got the Inventor's Galaxy Guide. We're going to do an updated version this fall for that, but it's free. So you can download that and give it away to all your students. It's about
that's wonderful.
About a 30-minute read on the different phases. So if they want to go startup or they want to go licensing, and for students, licensing tends to be where they want to go because they're in school still. They're going to have another project that's due. And if their parents think that they've really come up with something, that's got some critical mass to it, they're going to want to move into the licensing arena as opposed to startup mode.
Yeah.
And so more than happy to, provide any kind of resources I can, and certainly be able to get your website and information out there. That we are really glad to be able to do that for you. So we will post any of the links that you had when we post the video, and we will certainly get it out there, and we will send the links back to you so that you can post your experience on the radio show and our podcast to your followers as well.
Yeah. A couple other things I want to share with you. One is one of the programs Innovation World developed also in 2020, right about the time COVID hit, and started closing down all those invention programs in our world, and robotics programs and design programs and just about anything else out there innovative had to be canceled. We really wanted to find a way to celebrate these students and the work they had done. So we created what's known as the Global Innovation Field Trip, or short, it's GIFT. And GIFT has turned into a quarterly event. We've done somewhere around 1,500, had about 1,500 presenters, somewhere in the 900s as far as videos go, of young innovator presentations over the last 3 years. Our next event is the 14th and 15th of October, and it's literally a 24-hour event. We start on Saturday at noon on Eastern time. It runs all the way through Sunday, and we have 30 hosts that volunteer their time from 15 different countries. So it's truly an international event. We've had 63 countries participate so far. And it's just a great place for either a young innovator to come tell their story of innovation, or a program leader that's out there inspiring and helping students to innovate, to come forward and say, here's what I do, and here's what I love about it, and here's how you can help me spread it around the world. It's just a really great, very inspiring event. So, if you know any innovators who are interested, whether they're children or adults, I mean, those children learn a lot from adult inventors as well. And innovation to us is really defined by that student. It's whatever they think is innovative. I'm not going to tell them it has to be a prototype, or that it has to be an app, or it has to be a particular idea. It's whatever's innovative to them. We want them to have a place to be celebrated across the world and share. And it's such a cool trend to be a part of now. And I invite you as well, Rita, to come and share at the event sometime. You have a lot of wonderful experience that you can share, and maybe come and talk about to young people about that hardware show that you work very hard on. I can see some of the high schoolers at some point deciding they have something really, really great, and they often do. You'd be amazed at what they come up with that might have an interest in becoming part of that group, and in that protected group of inventors at the hardware show would be a really interesting place for them.
Happy to join you anytime you want. So
all right.
You give me that 24-hour time frame, and when you want me to be there or to present, and I am happy to participate. I will.
All right. You will get that invitation today.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. And Julie, thank you so much for being with us today. I appreciate it. I know that all of the parents out there who've got, wonderful students, I've got grandsons that are brilliant, and they get out there and do things all the time. So I would imagine that at some point they will be in your program as well. So thank you very, very much.
You're welcome. And thank you for your time and inviting me on your show. I appreciate it.